Yes.
You want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
You're recording me?
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's wrong with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Take someone.
Okay, I don't have a clue what a cheesecake factory is, but I'm guessing like it's a confectionery shop, like sweet treats, right? So, and okay, she mentioned that it's a chain restaurant. I think that's what is really making her flip at the point that it's a chain restaurant. And yeah, so it's almost like going to McDonald's, I guess, in her view. Okay, so, but I don't know whether that's a reason to lock yourself in someone's car and refuse to come out. I think it's all about communication, but let's see.
That looks like this.
That looks like it just says that looks like this.
I'm fine with talking about it. You
I mean,
want that?
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it. Yeah. Come on, get it going in.
okay. She decided to record. That's one thing. Like, if she's a content creator and she went on a date that wasn't so great and she felt like, oh, people can learn from this, you can come back and record and do a video and do a story time. You don't need to actually put a camera in that person's face. To me, that's disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. The fact that she took the camera out is very, very disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
So,
yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at me.
The look at me nonsense.
And you're courting her because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to
because I get courted. Okay, she gets courted. If you didn't know, guys, this lady gets courted. I feel like there's certain things there that you don't announce. If you have a lot of men in your DM, you don't need to go and make a post and be like, guys, so many men are in my DM. To me, I just feel like you're lying. Why would you do that? It's the same thing that she's doing here. Oh, I'm courted. People adore me. Well, it's really, I don't know, very distasteful. I don't like the kind of behavior, but let's see. Maybe she's able to redeem herself at some point.
You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well. Right?
Okay.
And I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, to respect you, pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
nice. And then, I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with.
Amen.
On the first date.
Speak.
I expect her to be respectful too.
It goes both ways.
And at least,
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm.
Okay, but that's not by force. So I don't agree with someone having to touch you because you're taking them out on a date.
I can respect that.
Okay.
I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not there. Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman. But I got myself all made up.
Nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go first.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him. No.
She's so rude. Call him.
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even I'm downstairs for another hour. So I was
Wow.
waiting downstairs for an hour.
Oh wow. So this guy had to wait downstairs for 1 hour, probably missed the reservation that he made in a posh restaurant or something because of this lady not being able to come out on time. And still she's like, oh, you taking me to Cheesecake Factory. He probably chose the Cheesecake Factory because they're not too they're very lenient on their time in terms of booking. You can walk in and just get on with it. And at that time, if you've waited in the car for an hour, you must be upset. She's even lucky. She's lucky he's not so vindictive. We probably should have just taken her to Burger King or something just to prove a point. But at least he's like taking her to Cheesecake Factory. I'm gonna search it. I don't know whether it's a horrible place or not. But yeah, she's lucky that he's even decided to still take her somewhere else, even though it was her fault they missed the reservation in the first place. Goodness.
Right. But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in a relationship at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing. But I'm still willing to do. I would have been. But if we're late, I mean, I told you twice. We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, equivalent to that? I mean, I literally don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in a Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing
wrong. I will die. That's okay. Embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for now. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other.
Exactly. I love the fact that this guy is standing up for himself. If you know anything about this channel, I'm all about women having values, having boundaries, having self-respect, know what you want, know what you don't want. If it was a case where the guy came to pick you up and he said straight up, I'm taking you to Cheese Factory, and you feel like that's not something you want to do or somewhere you want to go, you can communicate and say, oh, I was actually expecting us to go this way. But there's a way a woman carries herself in terms of demanding or requesting what you want in a nice way instead of coming across like you feel entitled. You know, she keeps saying, oh, look at me, a queen like me, I'm so gorgeous. That alone is repulsive. No matter how beautiful you are, even if you're a Beyonce and you just keep going on, look at me, it's off-putting. I'm not going to put her down because that's not my thing, but the attitude is very, very ugly, right? So that's a different case where someone wants to take you to a restaurant or a place that you feel like it's not really for you, then you can communicate that in a nice way. But in the case where you were late, the guy had somewhere else planned, right? But because you were late, he had to choose somewhere else. He had to like find somewhere else last minute. Okay, let's go here. And because you made him wait 1 hour, so you know at this point he's thinking, okay, this girl, she's probably not worth me. I'm sorry to say, but let's be real, right? So he decided to take you to Cheesecake Factory. I feel like if she had managed it better, like be humble about the whole thing, be like, oh, I'm so sorry that I was really late, this is what happened, do you think maybe we can go here, or this, I was looking forward to go to this place, or there's this other place around the corner that's not far, maybe we can go there, do you think we can go there? And if he says, this guy seems so understanding that he would have said, yeah, let's go, okay, once he sees that there's this sense of humility, remorse for the fact that you were late in the first place, but no, she's like, no, I'm a queen, how dare you take me there. It's terrible. Let me know what you think in the comment section.
I'm gonna just drop you off.
He's even dropping her off. That's sweet. The guy is a gentleman, honestly.
So, want to call it a night?
I mean, he should have stayed there.
Compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
Yeah, I can. I can believe it. I know she feels like she's not in the wrong, but she's in the wrong. There's no feminine qualities at all. Like, no, I don't think she handled this well at all.
I mean, you didn't.
Now she's thinking like she doesn't have food. I'm sure she's thinking, oh, I haven't cooked. Yeah, so I might as well just take whatever I can get. Now she's backtracking. This is it. If you know you're not really about that, why are you pretending? Why are you like, oh, cheesecake is not for me. This is not for me. Just be yourself. Now she's like, oh, I understand. Oh, wow.
I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already said them.
I'm taking you home because you're silly.
So, I'm sorry.
Good. I'm proud of you.
All right.
Drop her off.
Well, I guess I understand.
Yeah, you have to understand. This is not what I'm talking about when it comes to setting standards for yourself and appreciating and valuing yourself. When you love yourself, you automatically are respectful of other people. You communicate your desires in a very kind way. You're understanding. You're not understanding to the point of stupidity. You express what you want, but you're respectful. That's the right word. She was very, very disrespectful and selfish, and I feel like he dodged a bullet. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Have a lovely, lovely day.